Greetings. This is the Steiner electric valve instrument, EVI, and this was produced mid-70s up until the late 70s by Steiner, its inventor. He had partnered with Dick Parker. They made some epic synths, among which is the Synthicon. And after dissolving that partnership, Niall Steiner went on to partner up with the Kumar company to continue manufacturing the EV, and later with Akai. But this is perhaps one of 200 units made. I am the original owner. I bought this new old stock in 2014 from someone who was involved with the distribution of EVs in Europe. So yeah, it was quite a find. It's practically brand new. I've used other iterations of the EV in the intervening years, more than this one, but it is quite an interesting instrument. It is fantastically well built and is, as I said, practically brand new. In a previous video I talked about the Akai EV1000. I explained a little bit about the fingerings there, so you might want to check that video out first before taking a look at this one. Compared to the Akai EV, here you can see these are actually buttons that move. These are mechanical controls, whereas the Akai EV used electric sensors, touch sensors. We're lacking the 3 trill keys that the Akai EV had. We have a portamento button here. And the portamento, the degree of portamento is controlled with this pot right here. Tuning this can be a little bit complicated. You can tune it to any pitch center you wish. You do have to kind of fiddle around with it because the upper octaves and lower octaves, if you're in tune in the middle register, for example, it doesn't mean that all the other octaves are going to be in tune. So it's a little bit more complicated. I breathe under one of these covers is the breath sensitivity control. It's good that they're covered up because you really can open a can of worms when you start to mess with that. I've never opened them. As with the Akai, the controller itself does not produce any sounds. It must be connected, in this case, to the Steiner microcon, which is right here. Without one of these, you can't use the other, and vice versa. Actually, the microcon you can use. It's got CV in, and you can theoretically use the microcon with an external CV or control voltage source. It's not MIDI. MIDI hadn't been invented yet. Control voltage only, this maybe 10 years ago would have been a real problem unless you had some old modular synthesizers. But as the Euro rack craze has come into being, and also the fact that many modern day instruments such as this Prophet 10 have CV in and out. So again, I've never tried it. I theoretically could control the microcon with any synth that has CV out, plugging it into the CV in input on the microcon. So this is connected by this cumbersome cable, very sturdy. Everything about this is super heavy duty and sturdy and well built. With a Cinch Jones plug here and another one into the microcon. Out of that Cinch Jones plug come 2 wires. One goes to the VCO in, that's your pitch, and one goes into the voltage controlled filter. The controls for that are right here. As I said, it does have a super extended range, as do all the EV iterations. You get some really rich analog old-time sounds out of this unit. vibrato sensor here. This is actually covered with some kind of rubber adhesive. Almost pitch bend territory there. I'm not sure if that can be adjusted so that the frequency would be wider and resulting in a real pitch bend control, like a pitch bend wheel you would have on a keyboard. I'm really not sure about that. So we can just kind of change different sounds here. We've got a sawtooth, pulse, square wave, and then you can combine different waveforms to get different sounds. So the pressure created by the air, let's say, it's just like on the other EVs. It's opening up the filter in this case. There's really no other destinations that I know of for that breath control or aftertouch that we would call it in modern terms, MIDI terms. Let's fool around with some more controls here. Sawtooth. Back to the square and pulse wave. You've got resonance control here, switchable. So that can really get intense. Just playing around with the different controls a little bit here. Right now we've got resonance on. So right now the pressure of the breath is affecting the resonance, increasing the resonance. That's why you hear all those high frequencies coming in as I push a little bit harder. We can play a little bit now with the LFO. So we'll end this little video with a bit of a jam. Hope you enjoyed it and found it informative. Please hit like and subscribe and leave a comment and get in touch with any questions you might have. See you next time.